Heyo, and welcome to the first official episode of the Pick Mix podcast with your host, Jake Tyler. I noticed last time I kept saying pick and mix instead of pick mix. I mean, to be fair, I probably should have just named it pick and mix, but I decided to be weird and name it pick mix, so. Anywho, today I'm going to be doing a complete review of the new EP from 88 Rising rapper Rich Brian. Rich Brian's an Asian rapper who rose to fame for his hit song Dat Stick, which has amassed over 158 million YouTube views. You know, Rich Brian's kind of dope in my opinion. He's got bangers such as like Gospel with Keith, Ape and XXXTentacion, 100 Degrees. So this new EP is called 1999, which includes singles such as Love in My Pocket and Don't Care, which were released, well, Don't Care was released a few days ago, I'm pretty sure. But anywho, let's dive into the track list. The new EP features 7 tracks, which is just above the average amount that an EP would have. Usually it's around like 4 to 6. So the first track on the EP is called Sometimes. This track sees Rich Brian look at the future of his music career almost, whilst he also reminisces on his past experiences with music. You know, the flow and delivery on this track, it accompanies the style of the beat very well in my opinion. You know, the song shows how he overcomes his struggles, such as there's a line which is also like, it hints at him sort of reassuring himself. Tell myself gotta move on with life, cause even Drake gets booed sometimes, which refers to the time Drake appeared as a special guest at the Tyler the Creator concert, and fans, they weren't happy about that. They were pissed, they started booing at him. So, you know, Rich Brian uses this to show that life is unpredictable, and even if you are a big star like Drake, shit happens, you know, and you just gotta keep your head up. But overall I like Sometimes. It's a nice opener. Now, the second track, Don't Care, which was released as a single. This one, Rich Brian, he doesn't care. He conveys, you know, a transformation from what he was into a careless lifestyle. He talks about how he's been giving out all this kindness to people, yet no one's returned the favor to him. So now he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. The thing is, I'm up and down about this track. I like it, but I dislike it at the same time. You know, the hooks is good, but it's not good, the hook. That's probably my biggest pet peeve. It's because the hook vocals, they're really stretched out, and it's kind of painful to listen to. Maybe with a bit of work on that, it'd be better. But aside from that, it's not too bad of a track. It has a great uplifting instrumental to accompany his soft yet snappy flows on the verses. But yeah, biggest pet peeve is definitely the singing. Just annoys me a bit. But I would definitely replay this track for the verse and the pre-chorus. Track 3 is called Long Run. You know, it's kind of clear this EP is Rich Brian's attempt to pop rap or trying to be more versatile with his music, which I think he's already proved that, you know? Because most of these tracks include very light singing or, you know, his attempt at strong singing, which sometimes doesn't go too well in my opinion. The delivery on this track stands out to me, but I don't know. I didn't really feel the instrumental on that. It felt like a poorly made Uzi beat. I mean, it's a good beat, but I don't know. Just it didn't really feel out for me. I feel like it's one of the more mid tracks on the EP. Not much to say about that one. When You Come Home is the 4th track, and of course it includes more singing as expected. I mean, it's kind of predictable, you know, he's trying to branch out into pop rap. You know, the vocals, once again, they're up and down. Some vocals standing out, the others just not quite cutting the mark for me. Very subtle production on this track. It's very minimalistic, but it works very well for the sad love vibes that Brian accomplishes on the track. He talks about an old relationship with someone, but I feel like if this track was given to an artist with more empowering vocals, it would definitely be a hit. But I did like this one, despite, you know, the kind of poor singing. It just kind of hits hard, you know, where you can relate to the feeling of missing somebody you're not so close to anymore. Now, onto this track, DOA. Holy shit, DOA is probably my favourite on this. It's just a constant head bopper. You know, the vocals don't sound too bad either. The production's great. It kind of gives off the Weeknd vibes with the 80s synth pop it's going for. I loved it. I mean, it's the shortest song on the project, but it's by far, it's in my top 3 tracks on this EP. You know, it's very fast-paced and snappy track. the synths just had me hooked from the start. You know, nothing to say other than I fucking loved it. Nothing to say other than that. Because I think when I truly love a song, I just don't have much say to it. My response will be as simple as it's dope, and then I'll struggle to say why it's my favourite, I guess, but definitely my favourite on this EP. And of course, who can't forget the single Love in My Pocket? Quite a few people actually dislike this track, but in my opinion, this song, DOA and Sins, the final track on the EP, which we'll get to soon, has some of the best sounding vocals on this EP. You know, I think that's where his vocals really shine. Also, along with the EP, 88 Rising finally dropped an official music video for Love in My Pocket, which is very weird, the least to say, but you know, it's a fun listen and a fun watch, which I'll give that to them. The disco influence on the track is, you know, it's great. It's got a very catchy vocal delivery too. I think what definitely sells this track to me is the second verse. The second verse, you know, is a fun, popping and enjoyable rap verse. It's, you know, it sort of goes away from the typical singing we've heard across this EP so far. But I would have liked if Rich Brian had added the Love in My Pocket remix featuring Jay Park as the bonus track, because I think the remix it's even catchier. Now we continue to the final track of the EP, Sins. Vocals are very nice on this. I think it's a very good outro track. The production is smooth. It's very smooth. The choir vocals that you can hear in the beat are a very nice addition too. I think Rich Brian's definitely shown his diversity with this project, or versatility, whatever word you want to choose. You know, the guitar and the beat's also sick. I'm pretty sure Rich Brian produced the majority of this EP, which makes it even better for me. There's a little voice message at the end of this track too. I'm pretty sure it's from his girlfriend, which is also a very nice addition to the track. But anywho, that was my shit review. I would give this EP a solid 8 of 10. Production was dope all around, even on minimalistic tracks such as When You Come Home. But yeah, Rich Brian's definitely headed in a new direction, further expanding on his versatility in the music industry. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you enjoyed, please consider following or subscribing to the podcast. If you would like to contact me, you can find me PicMix Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, until next time, see ya.